Hi Sandai, welcome to Dubai. We're so happy to have you here, and there's no doubt that Sandai Railly is a cult beauty brand. Everybody loves her products, from beauty editors to influencers to skincare lovers. I mean, everyone has at least one of her products in their staples. So happy to have you here. Welcome.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
So when you started your brand, what did you want to offer to the beauty industry that didn't exist?
You know, I think at the time it was just about offering products that were a combination of high tech and were really science-based, because I'm a big believer that, you know, active ingredients transform your skin, but also making sure that the product was balanced with botanicals. Because at that time we had science-based products and we had kind of green products, but there was no marriage of the two. So that was something different. And I think it's really important to really focus on the whole kind of 360 health of the skin, and is it glowing from within? Like, all those things are great, but that really does come from a really balanced formula.
What I know is that your laboratories are based in your premises, in your headquarters.
Yeah.
And I also know that you're very involved in creating your products.
Yeah.
So when do you decide, or how do you decide a product really works?
We do have a lab in our office, and I'm our product formulator, so I write all the formulas. When I know if it's like right in my gut, like this is a product that we can release, I don't know, it's like it has to have the right texture, it has to have the right scent, or no scent. It has to work. I have to try it on myself, and then I give it to a lot of people in the office to try, or a lot of people I know. It can take a really long time. Like, sometimes maybe I can do something like in essence I can make in maybe 3 months, but a moisturizer may take me 9 months to make.
What is the most rewarding part of your job, but also what's the most challenging?
The most rewarding part of my job, without a doubt, is customer feedback. Is when people say, like, I used this was the result of my skin, this is how I felt about myself before, and this is how I feel about myself now. That is hands down the thing that I love the most. It's this magical journey. It's super exciting. And my least, or the part that I struggle with the most, I think, there's a lot of, you know, it's also like a lot of technical day-to-day stuff in running a company, and making sure, you know, it can be hard to kind of, you know, navigate, like, you know, interpersonal dramas and stuff like that. And honestly, that's probably my least favorite part. Like, I just kind of, I'm like, let's just all be really happy and create magic. That's where I want to focus on, yeah.
So you started your skincare brand in 2009.
Yeah.
From 2009 until now, do you feel the trends have changed, or us as women need something else in terms of skincare?
I mean, I think skincare has become more of a focus. So whenever we first launched, you know, people were using skincare, but maybe they were like washing their face, maybe using a serum and a moisturizer, but they weren't using whole routines for the morning and whole routines for the evening. So I think one of the biggest trends that's happened, that's, you know, hopefully permanent, is that people have so much more knowledge about ingredients. So when we started, I was educating people on why this ingredient was important, and now people tell me why it's important, which I love it. But yeah, so that's like, I think the consumers is so educated on what they want, and they know exactly how to build a routine, or they want to know. So that's a big change.
I think skincare talks are no more boring. I think it's something that everybody is excited about.
Yeah.
I think skincare is really, really like coming up, especially here in the region. I get so many questions about what I use, what my routine is, and it makes me happy because skin is the canvas for everything that you do. I was also reading that actually, like, your skincare routine can really have a positive effect on your mental health.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely doing that.
I am too. That's my therapy.
I know you have many SKUs, but do you have any favorites?
Favorites. So I love them all, and I've, like, you know, really dedicated my heart to making them. But if there was, like, Good Genes is going to be one of my hand-down favorites, first of all, because it's so easy and it's so instant. And I know if I recommend it to someone, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, this was so great, because they'll see instant results. Probably CEO Serum after that. But I love Luna. I don't know. Yeah. And I love CEO Glow. So, like, there's certain ones, but the ones that I use, like, the most all the time, that I must travel with, I always have Good Genes, CEO Serum, CEO Glow. So always my vitamin C's.
Okay.
I always have Luna, A+, and I travel with a lot. And I have Ice Ceramide Moisturizing Cream. Okay. You shouldn't ask me this question. They're all my favorite, but maybe Good Genes my most.
Your babies.
Yeah.
Is there any bestseller that you have?
It's Good Genes.
It's Good Genes, right?
Yeah.
Is there one consistent skincare routine that you swear by?
Yes. I do switch it up a lot, but my main go-to is for my morning routine, is I wash my face with ceramic slip, and then I mix about 1 to 2 pumps of CEO serum, which is vitamin C, with about 3 drops of CEO Glow face oil, and I actually blend it together. And then I love the way it applies when you blend it together, and it kind of thins it out. And I just really rub that into my skin in the mornings and just kind of really massage it in, because you want to, stimulate the circulation that you do with massage, and it helps the product to get in deeper. So I do that in the morning. Then I make my coffee, and I come back later on and I put on my good jeans, and I put on Tidal, and I do some auto corrector on my eyes, and then I do some sunscreen. Go on with my day. In the evenings, I wash my face with ceramic slip around 8:30 at night.
Okay.
And then I do A+, which is the high dose retinoid serum. So I'm super addicted to retinoids. So I do my high dose retinoid serum A+, and then I put Luna on top of it. So I do a double retinoid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I let that sink in for a couple of hours. I watch TV, I do my own thing, and then I come back upstairs and I use CEO serum again, because I like to use vitamin C twice a day.
Okay.
And then I'll use my ice serum, my moisturizing cream, to kind of seal everything in, and I go to sleep like a mummy.
Wow.
I don't want to roll over. I don't want anything to touch me. Yeah.
There's one thing you could change about the beauty industry today. What would it be?
I'm not a big fan of self-criticism. And I think a lot of times with beauty, people look at themselves and they see their flaws all the time. And we all have flaws. That's part of life, right? And of course, feel free to change things if you want. Like, I'm a big advocate for that as well. But I want people to be in a state of happiness with themselves. And so the constant self-criticism, or like seeing themselves and really thinking that there's something wrong, and just seeing it nonstop, and it affecting people's psychology, and the way they look at the world, their mental health, the way they feel about themselves. I would love to move on from that. So for me, it's all about making people feel confident in themselves. Like that's the biggest deal. It's like, how do we make people feel great? How do we boost confidence and understand that we're still going to be a little messed up on the way, and that's going to be okay.
Yeah,
that's going to be just fine.
Sometimes we just talk about to ourselves, not to anyone. And yes, you're absolutely right. We should be more gentle on ourselves.
Yeah, and we kind of have this really loud inner self-critic that doesn't really help anything.
I would take you to an island, Maldives, let's say. It's fun.
I love it. I'm loving this vacation. I'm loving this question.
But I would tell you that you could only take 3 of your products with you. Okay. Skincare. What would you take with you?
Good jeans, CEO serum, and Luna. And I say that even though I reach for A+ as my retinoid all the time, but I need some moisturization, and that's
that would be my question. Okay.
Yeah.
In a world ruled by stereotypes, beauty stereotypes, and filters, and Instagrams, and you know the game. Yeah. I feel there's a lot of pressure on young girls as well, and this is what we talked about earlier. But in your view, what is beauty?
That's a really great question. And I have young daughters. I have a 14-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old daughter, and they talk about that all the time. And I think that the people that I know that I think are the most beautiful, they have this kind of radiance from within, and it shines. And it's not even just such a cliche to say, oh, beauty's from within, because yes, we all know that, but there is actually something almost palpable with certain people where you're like, they're almost like glowing from the inside out. And when I try and summarize that, it's like, it's their smile, it's their eye contact, it's their ability to observe beauty in the world, or observe moments in the world. When I think of one of my friends who's truly beautiful, she'll tell me, I went for this walk and I saw these things, and I'm like, you were really alive and you were really present. And that allows you to observe and to share and to be aware. And there's a beauty in that. And so when she does smile, you feel like she's seeing you and you feel connected. And I think that's part of it too. Like, yes, it's from within for sure, but it's a lot more than just saying beauty comes from within. It's like, it's about being present and actually connecting. When someone looks at you and they smile and you just feel like this warmth come over you, it's because they looked at you and they smiled. It's like, we need humanity, we need connection.
It's true, I agree, 100%.
Yeah. And that's so great. And if the same person could look at you and just kind of like look this way, and you'd be like, oh, she's really attractive. But if they smile, you're just like, wow,
exactly.
Who is that?
Yeah, absolutely. Even if you're somewhere and someone just gives you a small smile, you immediately you get this positivity, this energy.
Because it's a radiance.
It is.
You know, and it does, and you don't have to look like a model to be radiant.
No.
Like that's one thing that's gifted to every single person, the ability to have eye contact, but that also comes with confidence, right?
Absolutely.
And feeling like you have worth and that you should make eye contact and you want to connect with people and that you provide value. So a lot of that, again, that beauty comes from, you know, how do you feel about yourself? And it goes back to confidence and then feeling the confidence and wanting to share that with people. So I think that's kind of the trick there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sandai. It was amazing having you with me. I mean, I personally learned a lot. I really hope that the audience as well will gain a lot from our talk. And again, it's something that personally gave me a lot of strength. And I hope your products will do the same to so many other people. You inspire so many other people around the world with something that you've created. It was a dream of yours, right, to create the skincare brand?
Yes, absolutely.
And you manifested itself here today, especially, you know, in Dubai. Thank you so much. Thanks for having
I love that you used the word manifest too. That's one of my favorite words.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So now we're going to be best friends.
Thank you so much again.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.